sort of had at least a little bit of time outside of the villa. When you look back on your time, I know no regrets, but are there any ladies in the villa that you kind of wish that you had gotten to know better or thought that maybe you could kind of have a connection with now?
Obviously Cash and Trina with it too. Leslie was super awesome. Definitely had a connection with Leslie. Just because her look was obviously intriguing, you know what I mean? The purple hair, the tattoos and all that. There's nobody I'm like kind of used to going for. But I don't know, there's something like I could see past her. I was like, yo, like she seems like a really dope individual past like the hood. And she is. She definitely is super open, super honest, articulates her emotions well. And we just vibe, we click automatically. So I appreciate the connection I made with her. Everybody else, I took it for face value. I was friends with everybody. I made connections with all the other girls, and they're all super dope. And I appreciate the connection I made with them also.
You know, even though Love Island is on, you know, all the time, and we can kind of, as a fan, I get to see kind of these interactions. There's a lot that we don't get to see. So since you were on, you know, since you were in the villa, I'm curious, do you think that there's anyone there for the wrong reasons?
Oh, I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell when you're on a TV show. You know, it's going to be a grand prize at the end. I feel like some people are kind of losing sight of who they are and like what they're actually in there for. Obviously, Will and Kira have a great connection, you know what I mean? But at the same time, if their connection is so great, which we're here looking to find, you know what I mean? So they could definitely continue this on the outside and kind of give their relationship a test in the real world if it's really going to be super strong. Not saying that they're in it for the wrong reasons, but I feel like at this point they're kind of sticking it out, trying to be in the villa. Who else? So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like they're in there for genuine reasons, but maybe not the right reasons. Does that make sense? You know what I mean?
No, that doesn't make sense. In your opinion, though, which couple do you think is genuinely the strongest and can survive outside of the villa?
Honestly, I'll say Will and Kira. I feel like Josh and Shannon have a great connection also, but I feel like they have a lot to work on. You know what I mean? Which is everybody's relationship. Everybody has something to work on. But for a connection to be in a controlled environment and to have like the problems that they're having, like the trust issues and all that stuff, like it's kind of hard to be able to carry that out here in the real world. You know what I mean? Where there's a lot more people and everybody has input in your relationship and it's not so controlled. You know what I mean? Will and Kira, I feel like at least they're open with each other. They're a lot more open with each other. They're a lot more understanding as people. And yeah, I feel like they're just more flexible and adaptable in their relationship than Josh and Shannon.
Well, obviously, one of my favorite parts of Love Island is not just like sort of the love connections that are made, but really the friendships that are formed. I mean, I know it's kind of a time warp in there. 3 days on Love Island is like 3 years outside in the real world. Do you plan on maintaining friendships with everyone, or are there some people that you're kind of happy not to talk to again?
No, I feel like every connection has played a part, like in my experience in there. So I'm definitely have no animosity with everybody. I feel like everybody's gonna be super dope on the outside. It's kind of different seeing people in there and on the outside also. So, you know, I definitely want to make connection and keep those connections that way to see how it is in the outside. Like, you know what I mean? It's different. You're not in a controlled environment. We don't have a bedtime. We can drink when we want to. Like, you know what I mean? Where it's a lot more out here. So people's personalities kind of switch up, I feel like, a little bit from being in there to being out here. So I want to make sure the connection is strong with everybody so I can still see like at least everybody. You know what I mean? It's gonna be kind of hard, but world tour coming soon, guys. We're gonna try to figure this out.
Yeah. Amen to that. I mean, you certainly were memorable on Love Island and you left a huge impression. I'm curious for you now, looking back, what was the most memorable moment for you on your time on Love Island?
Jeez, I had so many. Just because there's a lot of things we experience that you're not gonna experience on a regular basis, like stripping in front of people that you don't know too well. Definitely the teasers and the challenges like that. I feel like the energy that we had all together as guys, like during the challenges too, was super awesome. Like the lifeguard challenge was kind of my favorites because I don't think they showed or captured the energy that the guys had like on the sideline for each other. Like the whole challenge, it was super dope. We were hooping, hollering, laughing, goofing. Like It was hilarious. So that challenge was super dope for me. And just being like able to vibe together in the villa, like waking up and cooking breakfast. Everybody's just in the kitchen cooking breakfast. Like for me, it's like little stuff like that. It's like, this is dope. We vibing, cooking, everybody eating, laughing, joking. So yeah, it could be something as big as like challenges to couplings. I've never really had the experience. Like you never really know how strong the connection is and like how far you grow with somebody until they leave. And it's like, dang. And so seeing Giovanni leave was definitely like a big one for me. I was like, yo, I don't cry, but you make me tear up a little bit. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, so big things like that, the challenges, so even little stuff like cooking breakfast with each other is awesome and dope.
Well, I don't know if you checked Twitter recently, but Twitter and the interwebs are very upset about your departure from Love Island. In fact, they want a petition to bring you and Giovanni back on. Would you ever return, hypothetically? Would you come back?
Yo, I've heard, like, I've seen a little bit of it. I'm like, yo, I've never seen anybody get a petition to come back on the show. I'm like, yo, this is dope. Y'all really like me. This is awesome. In the whole sight of it, yeah, I'd actually come back. I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like, I just have unfinished business at the end of the day. You know what I mean? I gotta get my last 2 cents in and make sure the door is all the way closed. But if I really could, I definitely would. I feel like that'd be a crazy plot twist too.
Well, I think that would be an insane plot twist. And I think Twitter would be so happy. But, I have to ask you about this. And you sort of alluded to this earlier in the interview, but you and Leslie had somewhat of a connection, albeit you might not have had a lot of time together. Were you surprised that she decided to leave the villa after the confrontation with all the social media talk?
Yeah, I was kind of surprised. I feel like she had to leave for personal reasons, which I understand. You know what I mean? Everybody's experience is not the same. And I feel like she came into not the easiest situation to come into, her or Jenny, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I definitely get it. I wish she could have stuck it out. You know what I mean? She was definitely cool and she was definitely a support system for me out of the girls, especially at that time that all the other girls weren't my best friends at that moment, you know what I mean? So it was definitely cool to have her to bounce off of and talk to. So yeah, I definitely wish she could have stuck it out. But you know what I mean? Everybody has to move for their own reasons, so I get it.
Well, I'm sure your Instagram DMs are flooded with ladies. And even though it didn't work out for you in the villa, I'm curious, are you still looking for the future Mrs. Cinco?
I mean, I'm definitely open-minded to everything. You know what I mean? Obviously, things didn't work out in the villa, but at the same time, I did take a lot from it. You know what I'm saying? Self-growth, self-evaluation, made some new friends, new connections. And at the same time, I'm single, you know what I mean? So I'm free. I'm very open-minded to meet everybody. So it's what it is.
You're uno now. You know what I mean? You need to just up it to dos. Cinco is uno right now. And that's all that matters. Well, Cinco, you're awesome. Thank you so much for joining me today. I think that you left the island a little too soon. And I hope you find the Mrs. Cinco very soon.
I appreciate you.
Absolutely. People, you can catch new episodes of Love Island USA every Tuesday through Friday and Sunday at 9 p.m. on CBS.